Welcome to BFC Live, the daily video and podcast series of Business of Cannabis. BFC Live highlights the companies, brands, people, and trends driving the global cannabis sector. Find out all that we do at businessofcannabis.com. Coming up on today's BFC Live, we connect with Scott Cooper, the CEO of Truss Beverages, and Hanif Harji of Miss Jones Cannabis, talking about the local cannabis beverage outlets, LCBO, initiative that they have going on this summer. Hanif and Scott, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us, Jay.
Thanks for having us. Yeah,
I'm excited to have you. I want to talk about Miss Jones. I want to talk about Truss Beverages. I want to talk about why I'm wearing this shirt, what LCBO means to you guys. But before I do, can I show a prop that is unplanned? So this is the latest trip to the store. I have this, the watermelon. I have the citrus. And
just out in Ontario, delicious.
It's delicious. It's really, I haven't had it yet. And then I got the Molo 5, which I just think is I just love it.
Nice. And there's a Molo 5 lime coming in.
Oh.
So that in about a week that should be available.
Great. Well, it also came in a trusty Truss carrying pack, which I like. But maybe I'll start here and then we'll go to the other stuff. It basically comes as a 4-pack. Right? I mean, that's how I bought it. Wouldn't it be great to have a 6-pack of cannabis beverages?
It would.
Let's get there, Scott. Can we talk to people? I mean, it's a regulatory issue, obviously, but it's one that just absolutely needs to be changed. I hate to start off with regulations, but it absolutely needs to be changed.
It's funny you use that as your frame of reference because we've actually, with C3, the Cannabis Council of Canada, we're just in the process of launching a campaign which basically is, you can get a 5-pack, but no one buys a 5-pack. So, let's get to the 6-pack. And we've had a number of conversations with multiple stakeholders and government and otherwise, and continue to hear positive feedback that everyone acknowledges this is something that can and should be changed. And we'll continue to push and have those discussions until it is.
Yeah. And if I want to go to you, because yesterday or this week, one of the mornings, I saw someone post a photo of your window on Queen Street, and I think it said, what did it say? Well, it said LCBO, but about basically how beverages for sale there. Now I'm going to screw it up because I forget what it actually said. But
it says your local
cannabis beverage outlet, which is what I use the store for. Talk a little bit about that, how that came to be, and why that is the perfect location for such an effort.
Well, I mean, I think what the guys at Truss are doing are fantastic, and I think knowledge is key here. Understanding you can buy beverage within our retail outlets is super important to us. We take great pride in having cold beverages available for customers as they walk in, and then just educating them on the value of beverage and how it impacts you and the different flavors, and it becomes a holistic experience. So having that type of branding at the front of the store really attracted people's attention and got them to really think about a cannabis dispensary as a retailer for a beverage. So it's been pretty exciting, actually.
And I got the shirt to "We Sell Drinks Too," which I like. I like that a lot because I think, and I want to, Scott, I want to ask you because we've had on obviously Lori from the team talking about marketing cannabis beverages, and a lot of it seems to be happening in store, and now people are back in store. So that's an exciting sort of thing to think about as we head into summer, important beverage months. How are you thinking about this summer? Maybe different apart from how you think about a normal summer, but we're ones where people are going into store now really for the first time, many times for the first time, or in a long time, and maybe even if they've been in stores before, this is the first time with a full suite of products. How are you thinking about that from a Truss perspective and really engaging that customer for the first time?
Yeah, it is the first time. It really is the first full summer of cannabis infused beverage where there's a huge array. There was a few products available last year, but there's dozens of products available now. So and summer, as not surprisingly, is a huge season for beverages, particularly social beverages. So it really is this almost first availability coming out for the category. So we're quite excited as we head into it. And really what's behind this campaign, we know that about 40% of Canadians who are legal age are interested in cannabis infused beverages. We know that once they've tried them, much like yourself, 85% repeat and stay in the category. They're delicious. They're a great experience. One of the biggest challenges, though, is people don't know where to get them. And thus, this campaign and this partnership with Miss Jones, you've probably had it happen. I've had it, a number of people. I assume you can get this at whether you're in Ontario at the LCBO or liquor stores in other provinces. And in fact, they're only available at cannabis retailers. So that's really what's behind this. Excitement about the summer, wanting to let people know where they're available. And to your point, as the world reopens, like most cannabis retailers, Miss Jones is a local business. It's the best place to get educated, learn about the products. So we really want to, take people offline and get them into the stores and learning about the products and interacting with people.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. And Hanif, I want to ask you, because obviously the store that I was seeing an image of is on Queen West here in Toronto. But talk a little bit about what you're seeing in other stores as well, because your footprint is big and growing. Talk a little bit about Miss Jones' footprint, where it's growing, and if you're seeing a differences between maybe the consumer or the experience between your sort of downtown Toronto location and some of your other locations.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're dispersed throughout Ontario, Northern Ontario, suburbs, and downtown Toronto. And I think what we're seeing is as stores open up, enthusiasm is very high. Customers are coming in, green, really wanting to learn, excited about talking to bud tenders, excited about learning about the product. And it seems beverage is a category we're seeing that's growing quite aggressively. Over the last 2.5 weeks, and I think it's a function of being educated, understanding what's available out there, and that you can actually purchase the stuff from the store. So across the chain, we're seeing equal amounts of enthusiasm, and really, depending on the market, we're seeing people look for more balanced products. The early adapters clearly want the high THC, but the people that are coming in that are kind of curious, that really want to understand, the entire industry, and they're looking to approach things on a more balanced approach, and I think beverage is a great entry way to really understand the product.
I do as well, and it actually speaks to part of this is regulations, part of it is answering consumer sort of demands. And Scott, I'd like to sort of ask you, is like this is a major advantage, and there aren't that many, but major advantage to the legacy market, right? Like beverages in the legacy market aren't really even a thing. And for new consumers, for consumers that are still that want to go to Miss Jones, buy flower, it's a nice add-on purchase, and it's something really unique, almost to what's happening in Canada, that there are high quality beverages, lots of delicious flavors, lots of different potencies, from a 10 milligram little guy to to a Molo, to even a bigger formats. I'm thinking of like your House of Terpenes, like those, like the difference in format, like it really is setting apart the legal market from the legacy market. And that, I think, is, we should enhance that and embrace that and make all 6-packs available, make them more available. I mean, heck, not that Miss Jones would love this, but I'd love to see them in the LCBO, the liquor store component of it. But I really, like, I want to get at that. Like, this is something we ought to be leaning into really strongly from a sector.
Yeah, well, I think your earlier point around equivalency. So right now, a lot of you can buy 5 max, and if you're buying any other product, you can buy less than that. So yes, that is an important piece of it. But one of the things from our perspective, the beverages are unique. They definitely appeal to existing current cannabis consumers. They have a strong appeal to people who are interested but maybe don't want to smoke. So it really represents an opportunity for cannabis retailers to help grow their business. And one of the things that we've done, and you would have known this from talking to Lori, we've really taken, yes, we're interested in cannabis occasions, but we're also interested in beverage occasions. And where can a cannabis beverage play a role in a backyard barbecue where you may not have otherwise consumed cannabis? And so we think that represents a huge growth opportunity for the category and for our retail partners in particular.
Yeah. And Hanif, I actually want to go to you because we spend a lot of time on Business of Cannabis, especially in our event series. We have a series about retailers and sort of helping retailers both get open, but also stay profitable and thinking about their product array. And we do think about this a lot, that a beverage, thinking about it in the context of retail, is a great add-on purchase, right? And it goes to what I know about Miss Jones being really like hospitality is how you think about bud tending. And is it a nice opening to be able to train your bud tenders to talk about the products? You know, some people may be coming in for flower or pre-rolls or vape pens, but also here's something that's a nice add-on purchase to give a try. Have you guys been working that into sort of how you think about and train your staff?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think diversity of purchase is super important to us as an organization. Bud tenders are very passionate about flower and vape, and as the beverage category grows, we're seeing our basket size increase by consumers adding a beverage just to give it a try. And those same consumers, as mentioned earlier, are coming back and really leaning into the category and embracing beverage. So that's exciting for us to see. And obviously, we try to rotate our inventory to give people opportunities to try different products. And it seems that like beer, I guess, once you like a certain product, you want to drink that same product over and over again. And we're starting to see exactly. So people have their own lanes and they understand what they like and they want to come back and get it. So that's been very helpful over the last few weeks as we've been open and just starting to look at the analytics of our stores.
Yeah, and I want to acknowledge that I just like the idea of well, any kind of brands, but in this case, beverage brands working with retailers to make a deep connection that actually serves the customer. Like, I just think we're going to see a lot more of that. And this one is obviously based on stores opening up, based on great products, based on the season of the beverage season, as you guys put it. So kudos to all of you for creating the local cannabis beverage outlet campaign. We've obviously been listening. Not just because I got a nice t-shirt, but because it's actually how we consume. So kudos to you, Scott, on the Truss side. Kudos to you, Hanif, on the Miss Jones side. And we look forward to connecting with you post-summer to see how it all went. But thanks for creating, I think, a better experience with the LCBO letters. So thanks for being here, and we'll connect everybody down the road.
Great. Thank you, Jay.
Great. Thank you, Jay.
That was Scott Cooper of Truss Beverages and Hanif Harji of Miss Jones Cannabis talking about LCBO campaign that they have going on. If you like this program, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your programs. It helps support the work we do. We're able to do what we do because of our ongoing partners, including Alterna Savings, Cannabis at Work, Cannabis Benchmarks, Can Delta, Gallagher, Headset, and Torque Mains. Find out all that we do at businessofcannabis.com.